Susu, everyone, and welcome back to the Viewer's Vault. Today, I'm attempting something I've never tried before, the Sims 4 1x1 challenge. That's right, one tile, no space, no mercy. This idea comes from longtime viewer Prim Healer, and it's as intriguing as it is unforgiving. Will strategy and patience see me through, or will this be the one challenge that finally breaks me? Let's begin. Okay, so say hello to Nigel, our channel mascot. Be nice with the viewers, Nigel. I know you're an absolute dapper lad and all that, but you're here to entertain. That's not the attitude I expected, Mr. Montgomery. So first, viewers, there's a few variations of this challenge online, so I went with the one recommended by Prim herself, the dedicated viewer who recommended this idea. In the spirit of fairness, here are some core rules to set the pace. So number 1, I must use one sim in a 1x1 box. Number 2, I cannot have any money, so that's 0 Similonians once the box is built. By proxy, we cannot have a job or any skills either. Number 3, the sim cannot leave the lot. I was advised that he cannot actually leave the home, so we're going to use that in this video. Number 4, you then have to expand the home to include basic amenities like a shower, cooker, bed, etc. And number 5, the end goal here is a functional home with a living room, bathroom, bedroom and kitchen. Only when this is achieved can your sim leave the home. First of all, we're going to bulldoze the lot. We're going to build the 1x1 lot. And we're going to put Nigel in it. As a heads up here, guys, there will be a lot of time lapse in this video. A lot of the activities to get the money for Nigel will be very repetitive, so there's your warning for that. I did try to make this as entertaining as possible, but there was a limit to what we can do in a 1x1 box, as you're about to find out. So here we go, we're going to take his money away, poor lad. He is now officially ready for this challenge. So knowing how the core mechanics in The Sims works, we have very limited options here. The core plan is to use either the writing career or the gardening to boost our money as we expand the box. But to start with, we're going to have to use our phone to take some admittedly terrible selfies because we can't see Nigel's face. There he is. Absolute dapper lad. As you're about to see, the wall gets in the way quite a lot here, so there's going to be a lot of grey boxes, but these photos will make us some decent money in the long term. It starts off very paltry, but as this goes on, Nigel gets more famous, the money will start to grow, and as you will soon see, this will be very profitable and enough money to actually get this challenge underway. So to make this work, we will need some planters, which we can put in the house. We're also going to need a PC and a desk, and as part of the challenge dictates, we're going to have to buy some standard furniture, which means a refrigerator, toilet, shower as well. All of these we have to look forward to. Such basic stuff in The Sims that we take for granted every day, but for the sake of this challenge, you can't just buy them. Like I say, Nigel has to be famous enough to sell himself. So we're going to make our first upgrade here. We've got enough money to expand the box to a 1x2. Believe it or not, this space will give Nigel a bit more creative freedom. Some of those selfies aren't going to be so barren now. So here we go. Let's get those selfies underway. As you can see, a bit of a time lapse coming on here. They did take up a majority of this playthrough. It was immensely fun to do this, but it's the only way at this point of the challenge where we can earn decent money without getting a job or outsourcing, all the stuff that breaks the core rules. As you can see, the money he's getting for the pictures is ever so steadily growing. So it's time to go for another upgrade. Also, if you guys have never played The Sims on Xbox, the controls can be a bit fiddly. You will see the mouse pop off the screen every now and then. But we're now going to expand to a 2x3 box. So it's time to get the planters involved. We need to get some money from somewhere other than just Nigel's handsome face. So we're going to get one to start with and just get this ball rolling. As you can see, Nigel's a bit reluctant to put the carrot in the planter because he needs to wee himself. What are you guys doing here? Who invited you?
What's going on here?
We ain't got time for neighbours. We haven't got time for being sociable. Nigel's here to make himself miserable in this box. So go away now. Go away now. Nigel has never been any more delicate than he is right now. Oh, look how miserable he is in his little selfies. Mind you, he's carrying it off. He's pulling off those selfies with tremendous style right now. Our unwanted neighbours are still here.
Off.
Maybe buying a bush to take a pee in will put them off. Maybe when the smell emits from this foliage, they'll get the hint and leave. For Nigel, this is just a means to an end. Look at that, he's looking around, making sure no one's having a look, and then he's going to go and pee in the bush. He's so happy, look at him. He's so happy right now. Yeah, these neighbours are still here. And he's sneaking out the bush. Look at him, all Pink Panther-like. Oh, and he's going to be taking a nap in it too. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. You haven't lived at the bottom unless you've slept in a piss-stained bush. Let's be honest. Okay, now he's going to water the plants. Here comes some more selfies. Nigel, I'm getting very worried. You're very, very photogenic at this point. Okay, time to get a second planter. We need to get some more money in here. How is Nigel ever going to live his dream of being a handsome celebrity if he can't get out of this box and people can only see him in digital form? He does look very content when he's doing the gardening, let's be honest. Just give his stats a quick check, make sure he's okay. Yep, he's energized. He seems to be okay at the moment. Oh, look at you, you handsome devil. Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
Holy moly.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another upgrade and some more selfies. And it's time to create a montage.
We're gonna need a montage. Ooh, it takes a montage.
So we're now on the 3x3 box. Technically, he can use the bush to sleep in, but we are going to give him a bed just so he can separate the jobs here. We're also going to expand this box a little bit more now the money is starting to roll in. Oh, don't look at me with those eyes, Nigel, you sexy beast. And for the purpose of total cleanliness, we're now going to introduce a shower to proceedings. This add-on pack was a godsend when it comes to showers. It changed the whole way this game plays. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Nigel is that posh. He showers with his fedora on. Ooh, you flirty little minx, you. Okay, so we are on to day 2 now. That first day seemed to take a while. It was just to get things up and running. Oh, Nigel, so proud of his bush. Taking a selfie with it here. Not that type of bush, ladies and gentlemen. Should we say his in-house foliage rather than his personal foliage? As you can see, the wall is starting to still get in the way here. But these photos are raking in some decent cash now. Topping up the bank balance. It's the way to do it. I can only imagine what that bush smells like. And Nigel is going to have a bit of a nap. This isn't going to time-lapse a day. This is during the day. Just to get that energy bar up to top notch. We're still quite restricted in what Nigel can do here. We're going to be taking a few selfies here and there. That moustache is going to make this man famous. Nigel, when I said to take pictures of your bush, I did not mean in this... Oh, never mind. He's very proud of his bush, though, let's be honest. His bush has got very good plumage. I think that's the word. Okay, so we're going to do another expansion. Move that shower a little bit over. Some more selfies for Nigel. Nigel, I think you're getting a bit too comfortable with that camera, young man. We might have to have a bit of a conversation later on. Okay, so we're going to add on a couple more rooms, ladies and gents. We've got a bit of money now. So we're going to expand this room and make this our living room. With a time lapse here, we're going to make a bathroom and separate it from the main house. We're also going to make a kitchen. Nigel needs some food, so we're going to get a fridge at some point. We're going to move the planters over here into the corner. This space alone will actually give Nigel a bit more comfort as well. So that's the whole aim. Like I say, we're going to get a fridge. We're also going to look into getting a cooker here. Worktops might be out of our price range just at the moment, but we'll get there. Like I say, we're knocking along quite quickly here at the moment. We are on to day 2. For those who are wondering, because it was lost to the editing, Nigel has been feeding himself from seed packets up until this point. If you can get a fruit packet and give yourself some apples, it's a very easy way to boost his early hunger. This is really the crux of the challenge. Once you get to this point and you've got the fridge in home, because you can then buy food on tap or just eat out of the fridge, it does make the challenge a little bit more simple. I say that with reluctance because there are ways that this challenge can still fail. If Nigel was to electrocute himself by repairing a PC because he can't hire a repairman, if he was to catch fire, because that happens on The Sims, they all seem to burn themselves alive. That could still end this playthrough. Oh, Nigel, you sexy, sexy beast.
Dear God.
So there we go. We've got a proper adult bed for you now, Nigel. None of that boy stuff. We've got a man bed. We've also got a worktop so we can do preparation for his food. We're going to be buying him a TV here so he doesn't get bored. Like I say, the selfie money really does help at this point. And I would say at this point we are actually halfway through to where we need to be. Remember, we need to build a house with a bathroom, a living room, a kitchen and a bedroom. We've got 3 of those 4 rooms now. We just need to expand them when we get to that certain point. We are adding some plants here and some miscellaneous decorations just to ease the tension. Nigel, at this point, his mood has dipped a few times when he's realised he hasn't got a decorated house. He likes the finer things in life, like standing up and watching television, apparently. There we go. So Nigel's going to have a little relaxing time watching the TV as we head into day 3. Oh, Nigel's found the filters. Look at that. You can tell why this man is so handsome and so famous. Look at those green eyes and that superb moustache. Okay, time to forage some carrots, Nigel. We're also going to go for another upgrade now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to introduce the desk and the PC to get the writing career underway. I say writing career, is actually he can't get a job, so it's going to be writing books on the side, which isn't against the rules that I was set. Are you okay there, Nigel? Do I need to be worried? Do I need to get a therapist on the phone?
Did you know I'm utterly insane?
You certainly had a chuckle to yourself there, my friend. So we're just going to do some quick updates here. But the aim here is to give Nigel his writing desk. We're also going to swap out the cooker for a slightly better model, which goes under the counter. We're going to get some lights in here finally as well. Again, all to go with the atmosphere. Going to brighten this place up for Nigel. Here we go. So Nigel, what are you going to write for us? What is your first novel going to be called? Okay. Okay, Postman Pat's Dirty Secret. So be it. For those who know who Postman Pat is, your childhood has just been ruined. We're going to get a little post box here as well, so he can self-publish or send the books to the publisher. Remember, this isn't a career. He will level up his writing skill, but he's not working for anyone. Oh, Nigel, strutting your stuff there. So we are going to self-publish Postman Pat's Dirty Secret. Hopefully Nigel doesn't encounter any lawsuits as we move into our next day, day 4. And there you go, Nigel's back at the writing again. What are you going to write this time? I think we're going to have more childhood memories ruined. I think so. Paw Patrol, The Streets. Are you insinuating that these children's characters are ladies of the night? Because that's certainly an interesting concept for a children's book. No wonder you're self-publishing. I don't think any publisher would take this. You do you. You do you. Nigel doing some more selfies here. He has really got this down. Oh, he's on another book. Quim the Beginning. I'm just shaking my head in disappointment here, Nigel. Trying to peddle this smut off to children. You should be ashamed of yourself. Quick day there, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, he was just writing for the day. We're now on to day 5. Back at the selfies again. Oh, he's found the rotation. Not going to lie, Nigel. I think you might need help. We might need to do an intervention here for you, my friend. We're going to buy a worktop here. I'm going to get rid of the old one and put the wooden ones in. Give it a little bit more panache, so to speak. We are going to get a worktop hob. And we're going to swap out the fridge for a slightly better fridge. Little upgrades that make all the difference. We're also going to start decorating the house now. So we're going to put some carpets down. We're going to get some wallpaper. And make it feel like a bit more of a home. There we go. I've always loved these tiles for the bathroom. I'm going to keep it simple for the bedroom at the moment. All blue. Again, we're trying to budget at the moment anyway. Go for these grey tiles in the bathroom. Like I say, we're going to keep it blue in the living room. We are going to go slightly different colour for the kitchen though. We are going to go for a duck egg colour here, which looks very nice. But there we go. Nigel has got style. He's back to watering his carrots. Oh, hang on. Another title. What's this going to be? Okay, this is kind of clean compared to the other ones. Balls, calls and tall falls. It is a poetry collection, so Nigel just, you know, hammering home the point that he is a poet when he wants to be. At this stage of the challenge, ladies and gentlemen, it's just a matter of earning enough money to build out the house and then put the front door on. Oh, he's also leveled up his cooking skill here. We've got a random call for a lady. Okay, suspicious call. Okay, that's a very suspicious call with a very unachievable objective to get the money. I'm going to leave that to Arnie to give this answer.
No chance.
I don't think Nigel's going to be completing that challenge anytime soon. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking to complete this challenge, and if you need a little bit of assistance, having the meteor showers turned on, or if you live on the island in the DLC pack, you will get these meteor showers. You can then turn them into decorative items, move them in the house, and as you're about to see when Nigel wakes up on day 6, you can crack them open. You can then sell whatever's in them, and to start with, it's a very good addition to the money. If you don't want to be doing the gardening or doing all the selfies, it's an alternative option. Nigel, don't kill yourself! No, no, no! Nigel, no! Oh, did he get... Is he okay? Oh my god. That scared the crap out of me then. I thought we were done for this late in the challenge. Nigel could have died. Again, firemen wouldn't have got to him. He had to be very prompt there with the fire extinguisher. We're going to have to replace these worktops. We can't afford this at the moment. Nigel, you scared me there. You have every right to be sad for these selfies. Oh, that didn't last long. Oh, yes it did. Nigel, you've got multiple personalities. Oh, My Arse Oddity. That's a new book that's getting written. Nigel, here's a challenge for you. Can you write a book that's not dirty? Let's see if we can actually accept that challenge and do it. I've got a good feeling it probably won't happen. Okay, so time for another upgrade. Let's try and get this bedroom separated from the living room. So we're going to do this in stages. We're going to move the desk over here. Keep it over there. We are going to put the telly in the window. Once we get enough money, we're going to do a separating wall. Nigel's knob. Nigel, I told you. Clean titles. Nigel's knob 2. Premature. I get a feeling we know where this pattern's going. You dirty little scamp. Very stormy here tonight. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, at this point Nigel went for 4 days straight. He did nothing but write, sleep and eat. So we have cut that out. The books are starting to generate amazing royalty reports, as you can see at the top right of this screen. So we are making decent progress, and we are on the home stretch, I would say now, to finishing this challenge. Look at Nigel, he's so confident. His latest royalty report was over 1100 simoleons. And this is where we're going to start separating the bedroom from the main house. We are so close to completion at this point. We're going to rearrange the bathroom. We're also going to shrink it back and pull the kitchen in. So we're going to make the kitchen bigger. We're going to introduce a sink finally for the first time in this whole challenge. We're going to put a mirror above that sink. We're going to start furnishing out these rooms. Remember, they have to be functional before we can leave. So they have to be serving as the rooms they are. Bathroom has to have working shower, sink and toilet. The bedroom must have the bed and accompanying furniture. The kitchen must have a fridge, cooker, worktops and other bits as well. The living room needs a sofa of some kind to go along with the TV. And as far as I believe, the rest of the furniture is optional. But we're not going to take any chances. We're going to make sure we've got everything we need before we put the door on and Nigel can leave the lot. As you can see, we're rearranging the house here, bringing that dividing wall in. I'm going to move these windows about a bit as well. So we're just going to put some wall features up. Well, we're going to look for some decorative wall features just to make it feel a bit more like a home so it doesn't feel like a showroom. And there's nothing I like less than a showroom house. Doesn't look lived in, doesn't feel comfortable. Like I say, we're having to play around here with the living room, making sure it's all comfortable and into place. As you can see, I'm pretty OCD about this sort of thing. I moved everything around at least once or twice just to make sure we get it fit. We did decide on a diagonal sofa, and we put the computer back in front of the window. We brought in a table so Nigel can eat. And Nigel is now going to be writing Nigel's Knob 3. And at this point, I have no qualms about saying on YouTube, Nigel, what's wrong with you? Nigel's starting to regret his decisions here, isn't he? He's writing all these screenplays. Nigel's Knob 4, Little Blue Pill. You can see the very regret in Nigel's face. He is not happy about his decisions here.
Oh, is she now?
And like I say, at this point, this is where we can say Nigel's Knob paid for this house, ladies and gentlemen. Think of that what you will. As he writes, Nigel's Knob 5, dysfunctional. I totally spelled dysfunctional wrong there. Let's put a Y back in there. So Nigel's Knob has paid for this house. Take that however you like to. And like I say, we are on the home stretch now, so we're going to start putting some furniture in, ladies and gentlemen. Nigel has done his work. He has paid his dues. He has earned his way from a 1x1 square to a fully functional home. So we're going to get some decorations. Congratulations, Nigel. You are on the cusp of achieving this challenge. I put this rug down here, not realising it cost 800 simoleons. And regretted that instantly. So I will sell it at some point. There we go. While we finish off the rest of the walls. Also going for a nice brown colour in the bedroom. Smaller rug there that costs less money. We've got another rug in the living room. There you go. Just let my OCDs do some of the work. Get some furniture. So, all I'm going to say is, can you imagine if you were in your house and you saw this going on around you without being able to move? Oh, Nigel. Why are you having a phone conversation in the shower?
Fruk.
This man knows no bounds. He showers with his fedora on, which surely compromises his hair follicles. And now he's having a full-blown conversation in the shower. So we're going to extend the bedroom a little bit here. Move the furniture over. Get a bigger rug. We're also going to put some decor in. I was going to go for a dresser, but we decided to go for the wall-hanging wardrobe. This looks a little bit smarter, I thought. Okay, to get a chest under there for storage. So the bathroom is complete at this point. I think we're going to get one, maybe get another picture in there. Maybe put a poster above the toilet. We're going to get some decor for the living room. But first we're going to get a cabinet behind the sofa and a plant to go next to it once it fits. I'm going to move this one over here. I'm going to put the other one in the corner. One in each corner for the living room, just to balance it out a bit. Like I say, we're going to find some decor, some nice photos to go on the wall. For some reason it wouldn't sit right on the other side, so we just moved it to that wall. I had the Sims, old school Sims game cover above the toilet, just as a homage to the original game. And ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to get the front door. We decided against a big one to start with. But ladies and gentlemen, this challenge is now complete. So this house is fully functional. We're going to put the front door on. Nigel, you are now free to leave the property. Please do so at your earliest convenience. I feel like that host on Big Brother who tells him to leave the house. But Nigel is done. He is officially free to leave the home.
Ooh. La la la. No, no, no.
Prim Healer, thank you for this challenge. It was absolutely awesome. So much fun. I can confirm the challenge was completed in 2 hours and 39 minutes. As you can see, Nigel is very happy with his singing. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Scale Studios. We're going to leave you with this nice pose of Nigel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.
Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the sky. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the sky.